Welcome to Tallahassee, Florida, and Doak Campbell Stadium, home to some great Heisman Trophy winners, legendary coaches, and today the Seminole War Chant will be rocking this place. The Seminoles will kick it off to get us underway. Fair catch called for and made. So Florida State's offense will start this game off. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
The quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game, so who do you look for? The tight end, and there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter, but over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. The quick out. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Nothing too surprising about seeing the Seminoles being productive in the passing game.
Man, we can think back, Reese, to so many great offenses for Florida State, whether it's Charlie Ward or Chris Winkie, whoever it is, the trigger man being really, really good.
Looking deep down the right side. And it's caught inside the 15. Touchdown Seminoles! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
So NC State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And you'd better be sharp throwing the football to the outside, Jesse, because both of these teams have lock-up corners.
And they're really good at baiting you into throwing their way as well. You got to be careful. And, David, I like these guys, too, because they're not afraid to get their face in the fan and support the run game.
No doubt. And it's fun because when you're a defense and you can shut down half the field, you can do so many different things to give other guys help because you trust these guys on an island outside.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
Right back to the well. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Pulls it in. It's Newton. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They're working that left side. Touchdown, NC State! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. And the Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Second and very short here for the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, no!
Man, diving catches always look sweet, but they look even sweeter when it's for a touchdown. That's shades of Desmond Howard back.
Is good.
The Heisman Trophy and making catches against Notre Dame. That was unbelievable.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward. bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Got him downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have two left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT.
And that pass picked off. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Tosses it incomplete. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire, and those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens, but you've got to set your for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Second down coming up. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Finds a man in the middle. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
On second down, wants to throw it. Finds his big tight end. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled there last time out, and they knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
Oh, man, almost picked off in the end zone. What a red zone stop that would have been. It's third down. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
On first down, here comes this offense. Pulls it, fired, complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. What do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Now on second down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Excellent job walking through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Oh, that is a rope for the completion in this offense. I'll tell you, you think about great Seminole quarterbacks, the 3 W's, Wenke, Winston, Ward. Dudes that could change the game, Heisman Trophy winners. Every defensive coordinator was scared every time they had to play the Seminoles because of that vaunted passing attack. And this guy, I think he has D coordinator seeing ghosts because this guy can play at a high level.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Seminoles are on the move. He'll just keep slinging it. He's going to throw deep right side. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back. Incomplete. Phase and batting it away.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game, he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Lost one deep down the right side. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Florida State!
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Northwestern is trailing right now, but I'm not ready. We've seen this program stage memorable comebacks before. Do not rule out.
First and 10.
Today, it's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Oregon. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Right back to the well. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He gets a block. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Looking to pass on second down. Get it out on the screen. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. To the ground with the back. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown Seminoles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understand. Is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in the practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. He's looking to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Touchdown, no! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Fast motion from the offense. Now on the option. tackled after picking up the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one.
And there's a great example of living to play another day. QB in the pocket, nobody open, throw it out of bounds.
Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll call for the fair catch here. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. First play of this drive comes from the 27. He wants to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 15. Touchdown, Florida State. A great catch and run for 6.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
He'll return it. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Fires the pass, intercepted. Not able to get loose on the return, but what a play to put his team in business at the 33.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you can tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you just...
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. Hoping to find one that works this time on 2nd down from the 7. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
And it should come as no surprise, we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius.
The Seminoles will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Lofts one high and deep. And that pass intercepted. Trying to take it back. The 30. He's at the 10. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown Seminoles. They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ohio is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Athens for some time. They're up by 20 over Air Force. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected.
What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. Fair catch called for and made. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll go to the counter. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
This is a guy that can find you the 30 yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, no! And the punishment has been extended.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, Dave.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together, get some good mojo going.
Firing to the right, complete. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. So they're facing third and short from the 25. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
You got to wonder if that's a moral victory for this offensive line, because they have not been running the ball well at all game long. But on that short yardage situation, they finally pick it up, and maybe that's going to be the catalyst for them to get this thing going and spark the run game.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
It's complete to the right. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away and see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a 1st down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The handoff as they run the counter play here. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
They'll run it from the gun. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8.
He's brought down at the 8-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That changes the sequence, doesn't it? Like, you think 1st and goal, maybe I can pound this several times, and now you get the loss. Now you got to rethink things a little bit. Do I want to throw the football now? Do I feel comfortable even running the ball? So that was a big stop for this defense on 1st down.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. Try to barge their way in. Touchdown, Florida State! And the beatdown has ensued. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
68, NC State 14.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. Going up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Line getting set on second down. They're going to throw it again. He looks that one in nicely. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. Short gain on the play before he slides. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt.
He lofts one down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And here comes the offense on second down. Wide out in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's running in the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding, open.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll line up for a second down play. The run from the shotgun. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding, open.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Seminoles line up to punt it away. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win.
Returner goes out of bounds.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll start this drive firing. Working that left side. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. This offense has a second down play. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
And they won't make the connection going for the big play. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Tackle is made after the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Seminoles have their offense in high gear. They'll give it to him again. And the runner is down, and so is the flag.
Hold it. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
And I don't care if I did it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They want that clock to run. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. The Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's the handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week, and that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.